In this video, I'm going to show you how you could complete the Cayo Perico Heist as a solo player after the most recent update. As we all know, the Cayo Perico Heist has gotten a serious nerf, and essentially the guards are just more alert, so it is harder to get through the compound in a stealth way. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how everybody can do it. It's very simple, very easy. Let's get into it. So the first thing to touch on is the setup. Our approach vehicle is a Kasatka submarine. Our infiltration point is a drainage tunnel. It does not matter where your escape point is. I highly suggest doing the heist during daytime, and the weapons loadout is the marksman with a suppressor. That's what we need. Let's get into the finale. Now, believe it or not, I did this on my very first try, and I'm going to leave the link to the video of the person who actually showed the route initially on YouTube. So great video, but here is the first part of the route. Unlike going past that guard on the right, we're actually going to head to our left. And in this case, I was walking, but I would highly suggest just running straight through this path. Stay tight against the wall on your right, and then you're going to make a sharp left-hand turn. And right at this opening here, we're going to turn right again. We're now going to climb over this railing, and we are now heading into the main part of the compound, essentially where we would be getting to on our other types of runs. Once we get to this point, we're going to want to be quiet as possible, because we are not going to be killing anybody. We're just going to be walking around the guards. So go into stealth mode. Make sure that you're staying close to the wall so that you're not in a spot where any of the guards can see you in their cone of vision. Go past that second guard there. They're going to stay where they are, so you don't have to worry too much about them turning around at any point. We're going to run up to the second flight here, and then we're going to hide behind the wall. The guard is going to come, I was going to say walk down the stairs, but glide down the stairs, I guess. And then we're just going to walk right behind him. And you saw, even for a second there, I wasn't in stealth mode, but he did not detect me, so don't stress out too much about this portion. But we are going to stay in stealth mode for the entirety of the time that we are in the actual compound. And that's just me being a little paranoid. I haven't tried out like running around in here, but I'm not going to test it. So we hit the wall safe. Very important. We take all the loot. Unfortunately, we didn't have any paintings, which would have been really nice. And then we are going to hit the fingerprint scanner. Now, there's nothing new about this, nothing exciting. But for those of you who haven't tried this before or haven't done it, all you got to do is there's each panel that I'm sorting through here has a different part of the fingerprint, and it corresponds with which panel it is in the sequence. So there is however many in a row. On the very top panel, you just got to find the first part of the fingerprint. On the one below that, you got to find the second part of the fingerprint, and you could literally just cycle through each one. It's very simple. Just count it out. Move 1, 2, 3, 4 for the fourth panel down. Very simple. So we got those 3 done very quickly, and now we're going to head into the basement. And like I said, I'm staying in stealth mode this entire time. I don't know if you need to, but I'm doing it because it made me feel a little bit more comfortable. If you've seen, or I've been seeing comments and videos from other people on YouTube, people are getting spotted when they're like nowhere near bodyguards, or I guess you could call them security guards. So I'm just trying to be as cautious as possible. We get through here. We're then going to do the tequila. Nothing changes with the plasma cutter. Don't worry about the noise or anything. Take it completely normal. And like I said at the very beginning, I was so shocked that I did this on my first try, but it worked really well. The biggest thing I found for me was just make sure I took my time. Take my time, stay in stealth. There's no rush. We got 15 minutes for the elite challenge, even though it's not really likely that we're going to get it, and we'll get to that later on. But got the tequila, and now we're going to exit the building. This part is one of the easier parts, but you have to make sure that you do it properly. So it's not it's not difficult what you're doing, unlike sneaking around different guards, but you just got to make sure your timing is correct. So we're going to go down the flight of stairs here. This guard is still going to be looking, I don't know what he's looking at, but he's still looking out there daydreaming. And you would want to jump here, but you got to be careful, because the guard on our mini map that's right below us will look out to where we're going to go. You just saw that a second ago. So as soon as that guard looks out, I count to 10 seconds in my head. On 10, jump, And by that time, when you land, that guard's gonna look to the left, and now we're in the complete clear. I know that sounds very like particular, but I found it works. We're running through. This part's easy, just like normal. Run past everybody. I decided to do stealth mode, but you don't have to. You can just run past them. And now we are at the gate. We finally made it to the gate. We could breathe a sigh of relief. The second half is a little bit easier and difficult at the same time. I'll explain when we get there. Because we're not using any motorcycles or anything. We are running the whole way. So we're going to start off full sprint. I personally slow down behind this guy just for a second here. But full sprint past him. And then we see the trees on the left. Go to the third tree and make a left past that third tree. And you're going to see, you're going to have to run between the two cones of the two guards. Run between the cones and then around. And the whole time, make sure you're checking your mini-map. Make sure you're not getting too close to any of the guards' vision. Running around, and we're going to end up going up along the fence to hop over. Now be careful. There is that guard out in the watchtower, so don't go too far to the fence right away. But you're going to stay along the side of it so that you're not spotted by any guards. Hop up onto this tank and then hop over the fence. And we are officially out of the compound. Now is the sort of hard part of this process. So there's going to be a guard coming up from the left where I was running. I didn't know they were going to be there, but now we know. So there was a guard coming up that way, and that forced me to then run all the way up this hill. So it depends on how long it took you in the compound to do this. I've seen the person that I watched, that guard was never even there because they did it faster than me, but I did it slower. So you're going to have to run all the way up the side of this hill so that that guard doesn't see you, and then run all the way back down. We're going to the same spot that we did on my last guide, the method that most people use, where you hit the two secondary loot spots near the docks, but this time there's a slight change. We aren't hitting the one on our left, so the one that usually we get to first, and that's because there's a camera and a guard, and you can see these trees are giving me a hard time. There's a camera and a guard, and whichever one you shoot first, it seems like either way you get detected. There's like no easy way to go about it. So we're only going to go for the secondary loot location that's next to the docks on the other side. And the main reason for this is because, if you guys don't know, in this new update, if a guard spots a dead body of another guard, everybody's alerted. If a camera sees a dead body, if I'm not mistaken, of another guard, everybody's alerted. So it has to be people that we can take out and nobody will see. So this is the first, you just saw the first guard that we take out. Nobody's going to go past these guys, so we're fine. So we take out those two guards and we're hitting up this secondary loot location. And yes, this means that there will be times where we don't get full loot bags, which also means that we won't get the elite challenge every single time. It is a bit unfortunate. At least with this method, it is a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll take what we could get. Luckily, we got the white stuff and cash, so we actually went home with a decent amount of money. You'll see at the very end exactly what we got. But we took the white stuff, we took the cash here, and then the last part of this escape is similar to what it's always been. Now, for the other secondary loot spot, I assume that you could most likely try to take out the camera and the guard and get that secondary loot there, but then you're going to get into a firefight. And at that point, it's like, do you think that you can get past all the guards in this area of water or not? That's up to you. You could chance it. I'll try it at some point, see if I could do it, but we're going to run between the bushes and that boat, take out the guard that we usually take out just from behind this time, and then we're going to run straight into the water. From here, we're going to swim to our boat that we usually swim to. We're not going to take out any other guards because realistically, it doesn't matter if we have been alerted or if the guards have been alerted once we are out into the water, because at that point, nobody's catching up to us anyway, so it really doesn't matter. So, like I said, we're getting into the boat and we just take off. We're going to be spotted. Doesn't matter. Just keep driving away from the island and you have completed the Cayo Perico Heist. Now, Feel free at any point to rewind what in this video, I don't know why I stumbled, rewind at any point to watch things multiple times. Feel free to do that. I find that very useful. I personally do that a lot with tutorial videos. Feel free to mute me at any point if you're tired of hearing my voice and just watch the gameplay. Doesn't matter. I made this video to hopefully help other people who are grinding out the Cayo Perico Heist, because I personally do it a ton, mainly for my Billionaires beginning series on my channel, where we're trying to make tons of money legitimately. So I've been grinding tons of Cayo Perico. When they patched it, it really hit hard with not being able to make more money. And now that we have a solution, I'm excited, I'm happy, and I hope this helps you guys out as well. So with that being said, I know I talked for 11 minutes straight, so thank you for bearing with me. Here is our final take. Keep in mind, we had tequila, we didn't have full loot bags, didn't have any paintings, but we still pulled off a fairly good amount of money. So potential take, 6 million, actual take, 1.2. I'll take that any day of the week. This heist in total took me probably 45 minutes, including the setup, so that's really good. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helped. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.